The first thing we need to do with this center mass is to get rid of these corners and give it some overall shape. Now remember that this flower is sort of looking this direction here, so we want to sort of tilt it a bit so we have the top of the opening down, lower down on this side. So I'm just going to take a flattish gouge and knock some of this off, so even a bit wider. My drawing is gone, so this bit make a little bit flatter. Get that off. Now as I come over, I can round this down a bit more, right down in towards the leaves. Quite setting in yet. We'll set in once we've got the sepals and stamens and all that in there, but this comes right over. A little bit flat on the top, but that doesn't matter. It's still a relief carving. Okay, then from here we are going to subdivide this lump of wood. So we've got the main shape, and then what we're saying is that there's going to be a sort of series of almost like a ziggurat, like little levels. So here's where it's going to be the opening. Then we've got a level around here and a level around here, and I'm making these curves so that we get the perspective of circles coming around. So if I put those in with my V tool, as you can see what's happening. So down here, right round like this, and here, right round to the back there, and right round here, and right round there. So I've got these almost like a cake with 3 layers on. So I'm going to firm those up. So I've got one layer here, coming down, and a layer here, and a layer here. So I'm going to work on that, create those first, and then I'm going to subdivide those. So a lot of carving is all about taking the big picture and gradually subdividing and consolidating as we get into more and more detail. So I brought these levels right around the back here. So there's a level at the bottom here, there's a groove, start to the second level here, and then there'll be the hollow at the top there. So I've got this coming right around the back, cleaned up a bit. And what I'm going to do now is start from the bottom upwards, and we're going to make a sort of cut like this, all the way up, and this sort of thing. That sort of comes around, so there's a sort of spiral thing going on at the bottom, which is a little bit like how the plant works, so quite happy with this. So I'm taking a gouge, and I'm going to start round the bottom here, and swing it round and up. And I'm going to take another cut. It's quite hard wood, so I'm going to use a mallet on this. So here's my first cut coming in vertically, like so. And the second cut will come up here like this and take out a V-shaped groove. Then the second cut will pick up from the bottom there, so this is coming to like a teardrop, come up here, round like so. Then this cut comes in at an angle over here. And then there'll be one over here, and so on. So there'll be this series of spiral cuts that come right from the bottom up and round. And one edge is going to be sharp and the other edge, this front edge, is going to be rounded over. And then when I've got those all the way around, I'm going to take a gouge that fits this top and push it in here and take out a little crescent here. And I've got myself a series of little these teardrops all the way around. So I'm going to work that round. And as I come round here and it disappears, I'm going to switch probably to a smaller tool and just suggest them. So all we need is some strong lines in here to give us the impact. This is a sign seen from a distance. We just need some nice sharp shadows here. Put that one over there. You want to be able to clear out all this bit under here and around here. So this is all nice and sharp around here and disappearing around the bottom underneath here. So next I'm going to move to this top level. I'm going to put a series of balls in here. I haven't hollowed out yet, but I'll be doing that very soon. And then for this, what I'm going to do is just take a fairly deep gouge and just, I'm afraid my hand's going to get in the way a little bit here, but make a series of circles by moving the tool over and round like this. It comes in and round like that. So these represent, they don't have to be equal, we're not actually doing balls, so they could be a little bit asymmetrical or oval. So I'm going to work my way around here. And then when I've got round, and of course I'm going to go around here, I'm going to start hollowing this bit out in the middle here. But not until I've got these edges sorted out a little bit. So I swap to a smaller gouge to get in there a bit more. Help that shape along a bit. So these are going to be right way back and around here, like so. So again, following that sort of elliptical shape around. And then, as I said, we can start taking some of this off. I'm not going to undercut, but I'm going to make quite a deep angle there, and then I'm going to leave a bit of the back edge. I really need to carve this way. Sorry if I'm in the way here a minute. So I'll have to come in this way because of the grain. So push this in and leave the far end of this sort of like a donut ring of balls going around. So I've put balls in on the other side, so I've got a little ring of balls and I'm hollowed in here, and I've cleaned up. And all I want to do is to make that a little bit more interesting is just to get a triangular punch and just give some texture to the inside there. Okay, then I'm going to deal with this third or middle layer, which I've flattened a little bit, so it's not surrounded, it's a bit flat, therefore back a little bit from these two. And we're going to put a series of cuts like this, echoing along like this, again using that perspective, like this, all the way along. And we're going to do that very simply with a flat gouge, like this, and I'm going to do it by putting a cut in like that, undercutting like that, and making a nice deep shadow. I'm going to make this quite a lot of these, so there's basically a series of corrugations going along. So just move a little like that, pick that up and so on. I would advise you not to use your mallet because this is a bit weak over there. So just push it in, move that little nick like that, and work your way all the way around. Then the final thing we do to the flower is to put in a centre vein, sort of say vein, but it's a centre point in this type of flower. There's a centre line that comes down here, and again we'll sort of try and make them interesting, so we don't make them straight like this. And I'm going to do that with my V tool, and I'm going to decide one way or the other, tilt it so that I have a hard edge, and a soft edge. So this is my hard edge here. Come right down from nothing here at the outside, down there, so I get a nice strong shadow in here. And then this top part here, which is still from the V tool, I just round that over so you can't really see it. So all I've got is a nice sharp edge. So you can finish this, put those in, round like that, and the carving should be finished.